So, the client defined the current situation, the desired outcome, and has been able to describe in vivid details the overall future that they would be able to create once they achieve their outcome. Now, the question really is how to help them move from the current situation to the desired outcome. Obviously, you begin with a plan of action that the client can follow to achieve that outcome. You are probably wondering, what can you do to help the client create this plan of action? Let me help you with a step-by-step guide which you can follow to help the client do exactly that. But before that, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that we can share more valuable resources that will help you develop powerful therapeutic skills. If you have already subscribed, do share this video with other mental health practitioners on social networks and on WhatsApp groups. To help the client create a plan of action, first, ask the client to read the desired outcome and the vividly described future at least a couple of times. Once the clients have read it a couple of times, next ask the client to write down 5 things that they can think of that they need to do to achieve the outcome. After the client writes these first 5 things down, ask them to write everything else that comes to their mind that needs to be done. Let the client know that it is important that they write down everything that needs to be done, irrespective of whether they think they can do it or not. Third step is to check whether the steps included in the plan are specific enough to help a 6-year-old child do exactly what needs to be done. Any step that is not clear and specific, ask the client to break it down in smaller sub-steps and keep doing this till as many steps as possible are described clearly enough for the 6-year-old child to apply. If the client writes, let's say, I will market my services, ask the client to break marketing into sub-steps. If one of the sub-steps is social media promotions, ask the client to break it down further and further till it provides the exact details about exactly what steps need to be taken. This is called chunking down in NLP. The client may finally write down the exact process they will follow for social media promotions, from deciding the content to creating it to posting it and spreading the word about it. Or the client may just say, I would hire someone to do social media promotions. If the client writes hire someone, ask them to write the steps they would take to hire the right person and assign the work to him or her. I know this sounds too detailed, but do this and the clients will eventually bless you for the same. After the steps have been chunked down as much as possible, ask the client to tick all the steps that they are confident to take. Now that they know what these steps are. The steps that have been left unticked are the steps that the client is not confident of being able to complete. So next step is to ask the client to write down in front of each step that is not ticked the primary hindrance that the client feels is stopping them from applying the steps. Ask them to select either lack of clarity or lack of skills or lack of resources or mental state as one of the hindrances. Once the client identifies the hindrances, each place where they have mentioned skills and resources, ask them to name the skill or the resource that they lack. Next step is to ask the client to write down the steps they need to take to get the required clarity, develop the required skills, and arrange for the resources that are needed. Ask the client to add in front of each step the exact time when they will do the same, and ask them to add a reminder on their phone for these times. Lastly, for each step where the client has mentioned a mental state, ask the client to mention whether the mental state is a verbal thought, a visual thought, or an emotion. With the previous steps before the last one, the client knows what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and how they will do it. The last step helps you understand what exactly you need to help the client change in terms of their thoughts and emotions, so that they can do all that is needed to be done. You are now probably wondering, how in the world will you help the client change their thoughts, both visual and verbal, and their emotions? Well, that is exactly what I'm going to tell you in the next video. If you would like to be notified about the next video, do watch this space and follow us. I would also request you to join us in this mission to help mental health practitioners develop advanced therapeutic skills. You can do so by liking this video, commenting on it, and sharing it with your friends and your colleagues.